After his hard-won victory against the digital tyrant Vortex, a new chapter unfolded for Cristiano Ronaldo. He became the first human ever authorized to enter the Multiverse League, a digital universe, a cosmic tournament where champions from countless alternate realities clashed. He stood before a shimmering gateway, a swirling vortex of light and code. As he stepped through, the world he knew dissolved. His surroundings reformed into a colossal cosmic arena, a platform of impossible size floating above a swirling galaxy. All around him, thousands upon thousands of spectators roared. But these weren't ordinary fans. They were versions of legendary players from every conceivable timeline, some human, some cybernetically augmented, some entirely alien. The sheer sound of their collective cheers shook the very fabric of this digital space. Suddenly, a voice boomed across the cosmos. It belonged to the announcer, a planet-sized hologram whose face was a nebula of stars. "Welcome, challenger from Universe Prime," the announcer declared, his voice echoing through the void. "The one they call the GOAT. Prepare yourself, for you will now face challengers from infinite timelines." The crowd's roar intensified, a wave of anticipation washing over the arena. A portal ripped open nearby, and from it stepped his first opponent. It was a figure both familiar and terrifyingly new, CR7 Omega. This was a dark-armored variant of Ronaldo, his eyes glowing with a malevolent silver light and a pulsating aura of antimatter crackling around his frame. He was Ronaldo's dark reflection, a warrior forged in a harsher, colder reality. Before Ronaldo could even process the sight, CR7 Omega moved. He didn't just run, he dashed forward at a speed that tore shockwaves across the platform, leaving a trail of fractured light in his wake. The air itself seemed to scream as he closed the distance in an instant. But Ronaldo, the original, was ready. His instincts, honed over decades of championship battles, took over. He met the impossible speed with his own flawless footwork, a dance of perfect precision. As Omega swung a leg wreathed in dark energy, Ronaldo countered with a blazing volley. The ball became a comet, slamming into CR7 Omega and sending him skidding backward. The impact was so powerful, it ripped open the arena floor, unleashing volatile storms of pure energy that erupted from the chasm, responding to each and every strike. The battle became a breathtaking cosmic dance. To Ronaldo's, one of light and one of shadow, weaved impossible trails through the air. Their kicks weren't just kicks, they were meteor strikes. Their headers weren't just headers, they were tactical explosions. The ball, a sphere of pure energy, ricocheted between them at speeds that defied physics. It was a duel of skill, power, and sheer will. But CR7 Omega had an ace up his sleeve. "You rely on mere flesh and bone," he snarled, his voice a distorted echo of Ronaldo's own. "I have ascended. I have merged with the war AI." His dark armor shifted and morphed, unfolding into a terrifying six-limbed hypercombat form. Extra arms and legs sprouted from his body, each one crackling with antimatter, giving him an overwhelming advantage in speed and attack angles. Faced with this monstrous transformation, Ronaldo knew his usual tactics wouldn't be enough. He had to adapt, to push beyond his limits. He closed his eyes for a split second, silence in the roaring crowd, silence in the booming announcer, and tapped into something deeper, pure, unadulterated instinct. The same raw determination that had carried him through countless real-world finals now surged through his digital form. He saw the patterns in Omega's multi-limbed assault, the tiny gaps in his defense. With a roar of defiance, Ronaldo unleashed an attack never seen before, an impossible Omega knuckles shot. The ball warped, spinning with such ferocious energy that it glowed like a miniature sun. It tore across the arena and struck CR7 Omega dead center, detonating like a supernova. The blast of pure, white light was blinding, and when it faded, CR7 Omega was gone, erased from existence. But there was no time to recover, no moment to catch his breath. The arena pulsed, and before Ronaldo could even stand straight, 20 more portals burst open in a circle around him. From each one emerged a new champion, each more formidable than the last. There was Titan Messi, a giant whose every step sent gravitational shockwaves across the floor. There was Quantum Mbappe, a player who existed in multiple places at once, a blur of impossible speed. Plasma Neymar, a being of pure energy who left trails of molten fire in his wake. And Gravity Breaker Holland, a Nordic giant who could warp the very laws of physics with his strikes. The crowd roared louder than ever, a symphony of galactic cheers, as this legion of legends turned their attention to the lone champion from Universe Prime. Ronaldo didn't flinch. He didn't back down. He charged. headfirst into the maelstrom of gods and monsters. What followed was a spectacle that would be sung about in 1,000 universes. He weaved through the gravitational tunnels created by Titan Messi, using the distorted space to his advantage. He dodged the light-speed attacks of Quantum Mbappe, predicting his every move with preternatural instinct. He countered Plasma Neymar's fiery assaults with his own blazing volleys, creating dazzling explosions of red and gold. He met Gravity Breaker Holland's reality-bending shots with tornado kicks and curved meteor strikes, each one infused with his unbreakable will. His stamina seemed limitless, fueled by the same unshakable belief that had defined his entire career. One by one, in a breathtaking sequence of cosmic plays that defied all logic, he broke through them. He outmaneuvered, outplayed, and outlasted every single one. Then, silence. The entire arena, the entire galaxy, felt deathly quiet. A massive shadow eclipsed the swirling nebula above, casting the entire cosmic stadium into darkness. Something was arriving, something vast. It was the Multiverse King. This being wasn't a single entity, but a fusion. A gestalt formed from the fused essence of every champion Ronaldo had ever inspired or defeated across infinite timelines. He towered like a living constellation, his body a swirl of stars and dark matter, his eyes twin supernovas. Your will threatens the balance of infinite worlds. The king's voice boomed, a sound that was not heard but felt in the very soul. It is an anomaly. It must be extinguished. The king raised a hand, and in it formed an orb of energy the size of a star, pulsating with the power to unmake creation. The king hurled the star-sized orb at Ronaldo. It was an attack meant to end not just him, but the very concept of him. But Ronaldo didn't retreat. He did what he always does. He ran towards the challenge. He met the incoming apocalypse not with fear, but with a football. He charged, pouring every ounce of his being, every victory, every defeat, every moment of his legendary career into one single, final kick. He struck the ball with so much force that space itself rippled. Time bent around the point of impact. The ball, now a golden projectile of pure will, slammed into the star-sized energy orb. The resulting explosion painted the entire universe in shimmering gold. The Multiverse King staggered, his constellation form flickering, roaring in disbelief. In that moment of stunned silence, Ronaldo whispered, his voice carried across the cosmos, "Talent makes you good, heart makes you legendary." Then, he launched his final attack, a last, unstoppable, galaxy-shattering strike. The ball flew, not as an object, but as a concept, the concept of victory itself. It tore through the king's chest, not leaving a hole, but unraveling the very essence that held him together. The king collapsed, dissolving into stardust that scattered across the newly brightened galaxy. The arena erupted in a blinding, beautiful light, and as it faded, every being in the Multiverse League, from every corner of every reality, bowed. They bowed to Cristiano Ronaldo, the human from Universe Prime, the champion of infinity, the one athlete whose determination transcended dimensions, AI, and fate itself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic stories.